cannot name the spawning locations, but you can see red is over here. Take a look at the minimap, and then blue is also over here as well. So once they do scout each other, we'll actually name the positions and talk about the strategies that they'll see, they can expect from each other. But what's always interesting in a Zerg versus Zerg on a map like this is that the overlords tend to move in the same way because they both want the same scouting position. And even when you like look at the mini-map, it really does look like a mirror. It looks like some weird yin-yang. Like you'll see like a red right over here, red, and then like this weird like circle thing. And then you'll see like dots, and it totally looks yin-yang. And that's because they want to make sure that they have proper scouting information. They want to know the timing of the pool, the timing of the extractor. And based on like, okay, you're gonna do that. Okay, I know I can do this now. And they really want that early scouting information. And we can say the starting locations as the overlords are now crossing
so now
in the center.
They're both on the top.
Yep, they're both on the top. vGoCRaM spawning on the top right position as the blue Zerg. Meanwhile, we have ruxin spawning on the top left. If you guys forgot, Davis is always going to be in the red color, and Fullerton will always be in the blue color, at least for this best of 5 series.
Another thing to note on this map, this matchup, I like how, like you said, the overlords can be all over. You can see everything that's coming. I mean, you have the best vision when it's this matchup. And if it's Zerg against Protoss or Terran, there's no way you can just leave your, overlords aimlessly. So, like you said, it's really a reaction and, knowing how much you can get away with. Can I squeeze in a drone right here? How much 1 or 2 drones actually makes a huge difference in this matchup. Like, don't ever underestimate that.
Yeah, like 1 drone, 2 drone, 1 larva. Like, really, Zerg versus Zerg is really larva-based in the early portion of the game. And what we're going to see is that vGoCRaM spots an early extractor. I don't think he has actually spotted the spawning pool, but he knows that if the extractor is already down, then most likely the spawning pool is there. So this is going to be a varying strategy as we see early gas versus what vGoCRaM is doing over here. So this is going to be very interesting to see whether or not vGoCRaM can handle this early extractor pool coming in from ruxin.
It's actually going to really depend on micro right here.
Yeah.
ZVZ is the most, I feel, like, stressful micro.
Yeah, Zerg versus Zerg is always one of those. Like, I think I wouldn't want to be a Zerg player just because of the Zerg versus Zerg matchup. One out of,
one Bane.
Yeah, one Baneling can take down like nine Bane, or one Baneling taking down 9 Zerglings. Like, you're just like, oh.
That's when you flip tables.
Yeah, that's when you flip tables. That's when you hate the game. You blame Dustin Browder, and then you move on.
Also, be very careful with their overlords. Don't put them too close because the Zerg will take out their queen and kill it. So don't be too overeager and be like, I can scout everything because you're not going to bring your queen. No, people will bring their queen, so don't put it too close, okay? Be careful. Yeah. I always see that mistake.
Yeah, definitely. Right now you can see that the Zerglings wanting to make sure that there wasn't a base here at the 3 o'clock location, and now they're going to hide down here for more reinforcements. You can see Banelings now You can see Banelings morphing in somewhere on the map, and as we'll see what's going to be happening here in just a moment. Perhaps I should try to whisper, but then my voice is being amplified anyways, and what's going to be happening as we now see the units are now making their way off to the north. It looks as though there is 1 spine crawler, so vGoCRaM's going to have to really utilize this. Queen is sitting on the ramp. Banelings looking to perhaps sneak by. They are going to be able to do exactly that, nice. And perhaps run inside the base. ruxin about to perhaps hit a lot of those drones. The Banelings are faster on creep. There goes 1, 2, 3. Oh, wow, this is a crazy there. And
nice. 1 Bane, 5 Lings. Not bad.
All right, so the total worker kills, we're only 3 worker kills there. Currently 12 drones versus 14. Red actually with the advantage, as we now see that the spine crawler is up. More units are going to try to run up that ramp in just a moment, and more Zerglings should be filing behind as Zerglings are preparing.
He actually didn't do as much damage as he needed to right there, though.
Yeah, he didn't really do as much damage. I think vGoCRaM really fended off the attack well. vGoCRaM is not out of the woods yet. He is moving up the spine crawler. There is a 12-second window to attack, and it looks like it is going to be exactly that. Baneling is trying to sacrifice their way in, and is it going to be enough? 1 Zergling going. Oh, the Baneling could have taken down multiple Zerglings there. Those Banelings are low on hit points, and they're going to run inside once more. There's no drones here, though, at the real natural or the main base, so they're going to be running back down. All the drones at the natural expansion, and really, really nicely done. Perhaps Trixie ruxin, but a drone, some drones are just going to be low on hit points now, and now trying to run away as the spine crawler is dealing some damage back. Drones are getting taken down.
Fire on the low hit.
Yeah, and now we are down to 9 drones killed, 8 drones versus 15.
So ruxin is in a very good position now.
Yeah, ruxin really dealt the necessary damage that time around, and it looks like it is going to be a rinse and repeat once more. Banelings trying to make their way up. Banelings are getting popped by that spine crawler, and vGoCRaM is in trouble. If those Banelings do detonate against perhaps 2 or 3 drones, that may be the end of it, as he's already down to 5 drones compared to 15, still harvesting gas.
Yes, I just noticed. I was about to say that too.
Yeah, vGoCRAM still harvesting gas when he's already sitting at up to 150, and now that one spine crawler getting already up to 15 kills, and now also getting a transfusion to try to stay alive.
I noticed that right away too when we saw that base. I was like, oh, he's getting gas. That's a huge mistake. You never want you have a huge disparity from your gas and minerals. You need to be careful on that. That's when, like, you know, your game sense comes in when you should take my gas. Don't automatically take your 2 gas when you take an expansion either. A lot of players just like, okay, take my base, take my 2 gas. You need to actually think about, like, hey. And what did you say about gas? 1 minute?
1 minute.
120 gas.
Yeah,
right?
1 minute's about 120 gas if you have 3 drones, 3 drones on gas. That Baneling apparently taking down Larva, trying to stop vGoCRaM from really being able to produce anything else. That was a rather interesting play, as vGoCRaM currently low on Larva and not able to train up any more units. Banelings are being trained up here. vGoCRaM does have the benefit of that second base. The longer the game goes, the better it will be for vGoCRaM. But we see that there is the Banelings nest and ruxin with a large drone advantage, a 9 drone advantage, as Banelings once again going to try to charge up that ramp, perhaps even take down that spine crawler with the sheer numbers. Spine crawler has been taken down. Baneling now going to simply try to run by. It looks like it's not going to really be able to do any damage here, as the Zerglings could perhaps try to pop those Banelings before those Banelings do hatch. Zerglings surrounding the queen, and I believe vGoCRaM, after he loses the